I don't know what's up, but Phil just came on the radio and said we got a fire in our dryer. I gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Oh crap, that's bad. That's really, really bad. Morning. Is it morning? I don't think it's morning anymore. It's like noon. We are off to go shell corn. Brock's here. And we've got about 20 acres to finish up where we've been working, where we were at yesterday there. Dad is going to get the ripper. He's going to start ripping the bean stubble that's down there that we ran on Friday. Is that Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. So we're going to go do this corn, and then we're going to get everything moved, and that's going to take a while because we're not close to home. So let's hit the field.
A couple more clips here where I lost the audio, but we're just getting to the field. Checking the oil in the tractor. We'll walk around the back here and check the hydraulic oil. Brock's getting it fired up, and we are going to watch him unload into the truck because, well, I don't get to see that footage very often. So he's getting it fired up there. We'll go over to the truck, pull the ladder down, climb up there so we can watch. And that's what the inside of a semi hopper bottom looks like. There's a divider in the middle, 2 hoppers. That's what we dump our corn into. And Brock started to unfold the auger and looked up and saw there was wires.
He figured it out, started to unfold it, and then he looked up and saw the wires and said, oh, I better not do that. So he pulled the head. It's a good deal. Good job, Brock. There's a big old unloading auger. And a whole lot of corn comes out of it in a hurry. So the cart is not full. Let's see what we got. I believe there's like 38,000 pounds on there. It should be a little over half. Watch how fast this starts coming out of there. Boom. The auger, you can lower it right down, get it right where we want it. So you're dumping right between these bands. And it makes a pile of corn in a hurry. The really nice thing about the 8RX is that the cab sits so much higher, and he can actually see it now piling up, where with the other tractors you had to wait until it was almost up to the rope there, or the bands, before he would start to actually see it. He's a little too close, but it's okay. And there's half a truckload, just like that. He's got to be about empty. All right, I'm going to jump in. He's going to take me back to the combine, which we left back there by the field. It's like curbside service here. Just drops me off right at the door. Good deal. All right, we got to check oils. And we should be good to go on the combine.
See how the auto track row sense works on the curve here. It's getting a little off, but it did make it. Did make it. I don't think we actually lost any corn, so that's good. See, we're not really on the line, so it's just using the sensor data. Oh, I don't have that. That's why. I tried shifting that line. It didn't work. There. Maybe it'll follow a little better now. I have curve tracks set up for most of our edges and fields and stuff. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. But we have feelers on one of those rows where it has a rod that rides on the base of the stalks to know where it is, and it keeps the combine in the right spot. Worked pretty good on that one. Doing end rows here, kind of a odd shaped field there. See, oops. We got these ends down here done, and now we're kind of doing along the ditch right here. And then the rows run this way, so.
Machine Sync's even doing halfways decent around the curves. When you use the auto steer, it's much smoother. I mean, it's keeping that cart right where it's supposed to be. It's a little, I think the 8RX, the front tracks being so long, accentuates the steering inputs that it's getting, and so it makes it look worse than it is, or maybe feel a little bit worse. But it does work. Wonder if he's got enough to fill that truck. You got enough to fill the truck?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, go do it. Apparently Brock doesn't want my snacks. You don't want my snacks?
I don't want a angry combine operator.
Did you get my beef sticks out of the fridge? Stellar corn right here, just outstanding. Yeehaw. Trees, I tell you. Trees. 19, 16, 14. Oh, going back up. Well, we're doing the worst stuff first. There's some good over here. The ends behind us, the short ends were just terrible. There was nothing there, and then along the trees here, it's pretty crappy. We're full. We're full. And our cart's gonna be full when we're done dumping here. Not too bad. No room in the front yet. Our sample's looking a little choppy. I'm gonna have to try and clean that up a little bit. Corn's getting better the farther we get away from the trees. Yeah, in spots. Better. We found the decent stuff. I know this field's better than what's along the edges. It's just frustrating that you lose so much. You know, we're running in really good corn here, but the field average isn't that great because you lose so much on the outside. Oh well, we'll see when we get done. I don't know if we'll get up to 200 average or not, but we'll get close. He's full. Pretty sure we got an empty truck up there, so we can go get an empty. Taking full loads here because it's such a long haul. Well, that and because the trucks aren't keeping up. There wasn't a full truck there the last time he was here, so we'll just fill it in one shot. Well, we don't have very much left here. Some short rows. But we've caught our trucks. The truck up there, see the truck up there is full. Brock's up there with a full grain cart with a full another truckload, and I've got the combine full. So Phil should be back pretty quick. We'll get the cart empty, and then we can finish shelling this, and then we'll have to get stuff moved and hauled home, and it's just gonna take a little time. So the corn's picked up. We're up to 196 average. I don't know if we're gonna make 200 or not, but this was all really good corn in there. The dark green is 220 plus. So yeah, it's been good corn for the most part. It's just them dang trees. There we go. He's coming. Last round here, and well, there was enough good corn out here. I think we're gonna hit our 200. Look at that. 240. Seen some 270s. This is just phenomenal corn right here, especially where it's a little green yet. The greener it is, the better it is. 199.63, 64. It's climbing fast. We're gonna get there. We're gonna hit 200. Made it. We made it. All right, we're done here. Time to move. We're gonna unload the combine, and we're gonna go drive up to our header cart, get the head dropped, get stuff moved back. All right, we are gonna drop the head. We probably don't need to. An 8-row corn head is 20 foot wide, or a little more than 20 foot wide. We go down the road with it enough, but we're 10 miles from home. It's state routes, which is good and bad. They're wide roads, which is nice, but they're busy. There's a lot of traffic, a lot of people trying to pass you. So since the cart is here, we're just gonna go ahead and unhook it. So we'll hook it back up at the farm. That corn head's a real pain to get unhooked from the combine. It's easier to hook up than it is to unhook, but getting those pads in just the right spot. They're really small, and they're you can't see them to get lined up, so it's I don't like doing that, but we're gonna let Brock get out of here with the head first. Did he strap it down? Yeah, he did strap it down. And then we'll follow, and him and Phil can come back with a truck and get the grain cart empty. We gotta get a truck down here. A pickup for Dad. He's over there chiseling somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but he is over there. We made it back to the farm here. I'm fueling up the combine, getting it ready to keep going, whatever we decide. Why do we have talc? Oh, Phil probably needs it for wheat. That's fine. Yep. All right. I'm still deciding whether we are going to whether we are going to combine corn or soybeans the rest of the day. I was planning on corn, but it's a really beautiful day for running soybeans, and they are the priority. So we're gonna go out here and look at these beans behind the farm and just see what they look like. We're probably still gonna do corn, but we're gonna look at the beans anyway. They're pretty dang close. I was just wondering in this low ground, and I don't know. I bet we could run them. The plan is kind of to do them tomorrow. There's some spots like this where they're just a little green, but I would imagine they would combine and blend off just fine and not really be much of a problem. That's a fairly green spot there. End rows, no big deal. We're not gonna wait on all of them. If they're a little green, it's not the end of the world. We should probably combine beans. Let's see how's the pods. Yeah, they're dry. Yeah, they're not super dry. Come on. Oh yeah, that one cracked. Yeah, we can combine these for sure. The question is, do we do it now or do I wait till tomorrow? So the plan here, all right, so here's where we're at, right? I'm hoping Wednesday we can go to Berkey. Now we've got to go there and look at stuff before we just go down there, but we want to plant wheat there, okay? On all the bean ground that's down there. So we got 280 acres of beans at Berkey that have to get combined as soon as possible to get the wheat in. They haven't been ready. I think by Wednesday we can get there. Before we go there, I would like to do this field behind the barns here. I'd like to do that field, which has got my soybean plot in it. There's another field down here on the corner that's like 45 acres that I think we can combine. And then over that way, a mile and a half, we have another 80-acre field that's going to wheat. That's the last one going to wheat here at Waldron. It would be super awesome to get that done and planted before we go to Berkey. I don't know if that's doable or not, but that's kind of the goal. So I'm hoping that's really 2 days of bean running, 2 full days. I could do them Monday and Tuesday, so we should, in theory, be able to continue to run corn today. There's 35 acres right around the corner. It's 104-day corn that I'm pretty sure is dry enough to run. It'd be nice to get done, but we don't have to. There's not a pressure there to do it. Maybe we should run beans. Maybe we should do beans. And then if we got time to do that corn before we go to Berkey, after the beans are done, we can do that. I'm kind of thinking about that now. While I'm thinking and walking around in this already harvested bean field, look, our wheat's coming up. Looks good. Looks good. Our wheat is off to a better start than we were a year ago. That's for sure. This field, this is the other one, or one of the other 2 that we need to do. I kind of like to start here. I think they'll be all right. The problem is there's just enough of these in this low ground that look green. Are they green or do they just look green? Like this. They just kind of look green. And there's no pods on these green beans. Or the pods are dry. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta come combine these. We're gonna come do these right now. Yeah, they crack. That brown pod off a green stemmed bean is cracking, and they're dry. They're already probably down to 13%. Let's go.
Before we can go combine beans, we gotta finish the corn. So this truck is loaded. Phil's bringing the last of it back. Brock's bringing the cart back right now. We just got one light on our wet bin, so there's not a lot of wet corn in there. It'd be nice to be done drying wet corn before we have to unload a bean truck, because that leg does it all. Sticking out of the pit and it's sticking out of the wet bin, so we can't really do both at the same time. We could switch back and forth and shut it down, but don't really want to do that. So I'm getting this truck emptied. We'll talk to them when they get back, and I'll let them know what the plan is. The only issue that I foresee is it's a Sunday. The elevator is closed, so if we wanted to haul stuff in, we can't. So what are we going to do with all the beans? Either we can fill the overhead, so that's 3,000. We can fill the trucks in the cart, that's 6,000 bushels we can do. That'll go a ways. But then if we want to keep going, we got to put them in the bin. And that shouldn't be a problem unless there's a lot of green ones in it. I don't think there will be, so we should probably just start filling the bin, but we'll have to see how they are once we get into them. Brock made it back, emptying the last truck. We got the combine switched over for beans. We got the bean head hooked up to the truck. Time to go. 4:45. Start at 5 o'clock, 46 acres, 2.5 hours. Be done by 7:30. Yeah, we can do some around here tonight then too. Sweet, let's go. That's service right there. Don't tell the boys, but I refilled the snack bag while we were at the farm there. All right, Brock will get us hooked up here. We'll get our monitors and everything set up. I think I got it. Oh, we got to get our covers open. Get my map brought up. Nope. Yeah. All right. Boy, these beans look really good. Like, really good. I'll have to look up and see what variety we got here. I think they're a 2.9. Could be a 2.8. Could be a 3.1. I'm not sure. They were planted early, though, and we'll see when we get into the late planted ones. I haven't got into any of them yet, but I'm wondering if the April planted beans aren't gaining us a tremendous amount of yield here, because, excuse me, before I got here, I was thinking, this field it's not horrible, but this is not a great field. It's better on this side where we're at than it is on the north side over there. But of the bean fields we have combined so far, I would call this one our worst one. Ground-wise, soil types, just the type of ground. I didn't think it was going to make 70. These are phenomenal beans. I know I should stop being surprised, but I don't know where they're coming from. It's unbelievable. 90. We just hit 90. It's incredible. The bean head is quite wide. I mean, holy cow. Compared to the corn head anyway. We cut a wide swath. It's gonna go fast. Except for all the bushels. What do we do with all the bushels? The bushels! We got lots of bushels. It's your Southern Ohio accent from Northern Ohio. I don't know what's up, but Phil just came on the radio and said we got a fire in our dryer. I gotta go, we gotta go. Oh crap, that's bad. That's really, really bad. Go. We don't have a whole lot of choice because we got no other vehicles there, and it would take longer to drop the head than to drive the cart back. It's not ideal, especially since we put some beans on it. It's not empty, but we don't have that much. Farm's right past those trees. I don't see any smoke. Can't be a big fire yet. Oh, I should have brought the GoPro. Oh well, you're probably not going to see a whole lot of this once we get there because I'm going to be busy. Brock, film if you feel like you got nothing better to do. Oh wait, you're a firefighter. Put the dang fire out, Brock. Come on, put the fire out. I see smoke. A little bit. I don't know, is it the worst thing to do to shut it down and get the fans off, or keep the air moving?
You don't want to burn up your dryer.
We don't want to burn up our dryer. We can shut the burner off, but do we leave the fans on, or do we shut the fans off? I don't know, but we got smoke. Oh, this is going to be bad. Water, we've got a fire extinguisher around somewhere, but we got to get it empty, basically. But we can't put it in the bin if it's on fire. What the hell are we going to do? I don't know what's going on, but it's on fire. Well, the hot spot, you can see it from the inside a little better. It's hard to tell, but we're gonna try and unload the dryer into the overhead, just get it empty as fast as possible here kind of thing, and see if the hot stuff moves. If it doesn't, we can empty it, and then we can open, there's doors on the bottom. These little yellow handles here will dump the dryer out onto the ground. We're gonna end up doing that, but the less corn we can spill, the better. All right, that's our hot spot. It's not hot above it. It's not hot below it. Well, it may be hot, but it's not on fire. We're trying to empty it. I can see corn moving over there farther. We gotta keep spraying it. We're gonna get the water in here. All right. I crawled inside underneath this panel, up from the bottom, sprayed the fire extinguisher in there. We got water up there with a hose. I couldn't film it because my hands were wet. It was just not working. But we got the hot spot on the inside out, I think. There is still some smoke coming from the outside. I got the hose running into it now, and we're trying to empty it. And you can see how low this side is, and that in the middle, and then right here, it's all still there. That corn's bridged up. Something's stuck underneath it. It's not moving. It got hot, and it started on fire. So as long as we're not getting hot stuff out the bottom, we're going to keep trying to empty it. And once we get it down, we can dump the bottom. We can go in there and poke at it and dump everything that's hot right out the bottom. And take it out with a backhoe, spread it somewhere so it cools down, figure out what the hell's going on. Right there's the last little bit of smoke. You can see where it's hot on the side here and working up. I've got the hose. There's a hole right in there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see real well or not, but there's water running in there. And this corn's just not moving on this side, but it is in the center, so we're just gonna keep letting it drain down. I'm gonna go and look on the inside. All right, we're on the inside of the dryer now. Right there's the triangle where it all started. You can see the black. You can see our water running down because I'm pumping it in above that. And that stuff is not moving. And I don't really want it to move. Some of that got a little burnt, but there's a lot of water running through it. Is it hot? No. No, it's cold from the water. Okay, that's good. It's still moving. All right, let's climb up a little higher. You can see the corn moving in there. That's where it started for sure. I don't know what I filmed last. Right there's where it started. That's all not moving. And we got water running through it, so I think we got it out. This stuff here, not really moving. Water running through it, but over here it is moving. So something right in here got bridged up, caught up, whatever. Okay, there we're getting empty. That's good, that's good, that's good. Oh man. There's a little half vent like right here, open to the outside, that I got the hose shoved in, kind of like that one. All right, well, the idea is to let it empty, and you can see the other side here is emptying just fine. And then we're gonna open the drop doors on the bottom and get stuff out there. My wife's calling me. All right, I wonder what this looks like outside, but as long as this corn's not moving, I feel okay. And we don't see hot stuff moving below it. The worst thing we could do, worst thing we could do is send hot corn into a bin that we set the bin on fire. But we're putting it in the overhead. We're gonna get it out real fast. We aren't gonna let it sit in there. So this all looks really good. Problem is that corn's gonna be half dry, half wet. That's just gonna be a mess. This is not gonna be fun. Oh, it's calming down a little bit because we're just waiting on it to empty. Look at all the water that's running out of our conveyors. It's running out the bottom of our leg. We've got a drain right here there's water coming out of. It's catching the buckets and dripping out of our overhead. That's all water from when we were running water in there trying to cool that corn down. That was a little scary. Should we have called the fire department, Brock? We got it. We got it. That's right. We got it. Dad came back from the field real fast. He was pretty nervous. Did you think the whole place burnt down?
I thought the dryer was burning and the grain leg was buckled and the bins were being warped. So I'm glad it's just a little spot.
Oh, we'll be all right. Corn's moving down, but we're starting to get some charred stuff moving with it. The black stuff is still up there, and this side's not moving as fast. Something is keeping it from moving. What's in there? We're just watching it. When that stuff gets towards the bottom, we might shut her down and just dump it on the ground. Fire damage. No bueno. Oh, we're gonna have a mess on the ground here because pretty soon we're gonna have to just dump it. All right, well, we're empty right there. And there's a whole lot of hot corn. It has moved some, but not much. So we're bridged in there. We got to get that out. What about in there? Kinda. Gone. There's some burnt stuff moving down. It's not bad, but it is moving. There's a little in there. Let's make sure nothing's hot. Official hotness tester. Burnt. Not hot. Okay. So, if that corn is all gone, why is there still corn here? I see it. I'm just, why is this corn still here? I think our plug is down lower than we think. I think it's down there. Because that corn wasn't moving. And the heat's all up high. Alright, we gotta do some crawling. There's not much left down here. Is that side empty? Almost. Yeah, we're about done here. We'll give it a few minutes.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, I don't think we got anything hot.
I don't really think it's.
Well, we aren't gonna let it sit there very long, so. There's two tiers below the burner yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a little ways to go, but it's down about right here now, the charred stuff. It's not moving as fast down here. There's still corn up here. This side, it's totally gone. We're just watching for the black stuff coming down there where Phil's at. So my current theory here is there's something plugging up our metering rolls on the bottom right here on this side, and this corn is just not moving as fast. My guess? Dead raccoon. You're up, Brock. No, I'm not telling you to guess. I'm telling you to get it out. Well, it ain't live. I can assure you of that. We'll see. We just got to get it empty and dump them. We're about done here. We're prepping for the disaster that's about to come, but much less of a disaster than what we could have had here when we first started. You see, we're empty there, and we've got burnt corn down in there. So once I start seeing it in this bottom set of triangles, we're going to shut it off so we don't get burnt corn into the overhead. We're done. We're about ready to drop them. No. Brock's getting our hose down. And I don't know what Phil's doing. Climbing inside. I don't know if he's knocking stuff down in there or not, but there's a big chunk of charred stuff up there, and then we've got a bunch in this corner, and the rest of it's about empty. So we're gonna pull these yellow handles here, and there's two on the inside, and a whole pile of corn is gonna come flying out. Enjoy the show. Brock's opening the handles on the inside. There it comes. I knew there wouldn't be much left in there. All right, now we start poking around and seeing what's left inside and cleaning up. Just a minor mess to clean up. It's all good. All right, we've got the good corn cleaned up down there. Now we've got to get that out. All of this burnt stuff. Oh, that was easy enough. All right, keep poking. Some of that's just a little warm yet. I can't reach it, so Brock's bringing me a poker stick. Reach. Got it. Thank you. Uh-oh.
How much more is up there?
Not much. Uh-oh. Might be too long. Got it. That was probably a terrible video. Doing a little cleanup. This little pile right here is about all we got. They dumped some red dog on it, but just a little pile of burnt stuff. What?
Who put out the fire?
Brock did. He's a firefighter. Hi, honey. Nerves. Are we gonna go back to the field, Brock? I don't know. We might go combine more beans. I don't know. It's 7:30. All right, we've got it empty and everything good. We're gonna start it up and run it with this open and just look at our metering rolls, see if there's anything that would be. Look at all that red dog caked in there. That's the problem right there. Without question, that is our problem. All of that stuff plugging those metering rolls up, no doubt. We're running them, just making sure we got them all cleaned out. Looks better. All right, well, we thought about going back to combine beans, but they're gonna get tough real quick. It's not worth it. So we've trying to make a plan on how we're gonna start this dryer back up. We don't have a lot of wet corn, but we do have wet corn, so it's got to get dried. The plan is to pull dry corn out of the dry bin, the soup up bin over here, and run it into the dryer, fill the dryer with dry corn, and then as we start pulling it out, we'll put the wet corn back in and start firing it up. So we're going to get stuff ready here tonight and then worry about it in the morning. Well, that was exciting. I think I already said that, but holy crap. All right. We are good. I am sure that I did not capture that very well for you guys. Please understand that filming is not my priority when our dryer is on fire. So we got some of it at least. It was not nearly as bad as it could have been, or as bad as we kind of thought it was. Couple of different theories. So I showed you that those metering rolls that were all packed up with red dog and debris in there. We kind of talked about it and think, well, maybe that stuff accumulated from all the water that we put in it, because the water was just running out the bottom. So not necessarily what was causing our problem. It could have been. It's possible. But it is also possible that something bridged up at the top and caused that to not move. It just, for some reason, some corn in that spot or that side was not moving as it should have been, and it sat there and it just got hot. And it is entirely possible that it was sitting there smoldering for hours and we just didn't catch it, and eventually it got big enough to make enough smoke that we saw.
it, and we're able to, thankfully, get it under control and put out without it turning into a major issue. Phil said that he saw flames coming out from the inside where I was up in there with the hose there at the one point, that orange glowing stuff was actually flames coming out. I would imagine when he shut the fans down in the burner, it took away its air source, and so it quickly, the flames died out. It turned into just smoldering, and it would have just sat there and burnt for a long time. But we got water in on it, got it put out, and that was good. Fortunately, we were able to empty most of the dryer. It's in the overhead bin. Nothing hot made it down to the bottom. We were watching it very close to make sure none of even the charred stuff made it into there. And then we were able to dump it and kind of hand sort through it or shovel it and make sure that there were no hot spots or anything that was gonna cause a problem in the bin. So I am 99% confident that our bin is good. If we come back in the morning and it's glowing red, well, we got problems, but I do not think that will be the case. So we should be okay there. We got that stuff all knocked out. Our biggest concern now is that it's kind of charred on some of those triangles, and if it doesn't flow very good, it could create issues again of it not moving through there correctly. But we think we're okay. I gotta grab stuff out of the combine and lock it up. I kind of left in a hurry here. Thankfully, we were close when it happened. Had that happened a couple of hours earlier and we were 10 miles away, could have been much worse. I was this close to calling the fire department. I was this close. Brock was there, and so I kind of leaned on his opinion a little bit. He did at one point say it doesn't hurt to call, but by that point we had hose on it, we had water, there was no active flames, and we had kind of come up with a plan of attack. And so had there been flames shooting out of the side of the dryer, the fire departments would have been there, and it would have been a totally different ball game, I think. But we're very, very fortunate there. Yeah, we got very lucky that was not worse than what it was. So I'm gonna go have myself another drink. We're gonna calm ourselves down. We're gonna edit this video and go to bed. So thanks for watching. Busy day tomorrow. All week is going to be just crazy busy. We got to get that dryer fired back up. I've got a little wheat to deliver in the morning if I got time. We're going to keep running beans hard, hopefully, and I'm going to try really hard to do the soybean plot tomorrow. So that was easily going to be the goal before we got sidetracked here tonight. I would have gotten that field done, and now we didn't. So we've still got like 40 acres there to do. But it's okay. It will be okay. So thankfully it wasn't worse. Thankfully. Thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. Feel free to leave your comments down below. I hope this video gets 50,000 views. It'll make it all better. I mean, it won't make it better, but it'll make me feel better. So anyway, see you in the morning.